There we go. Are we live? We are. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Kathy. Welcome to episode 40 of Mondays on the Mat, and so happy New Year. I'm super glad and excited that you are here with me today. We're going to be talking about Sankalpa. And let me explain to you really quick what Sankalpa is, and then you're going to want to have a pen and paper handy to learn how to set your very own Sankalpa for 2018. So here's the thing. Usually around New Year's, people talk about setting a resolution. And a resolution is a firm decision. Try that again. A firm decision to start or stop doing something. And a lot of people are like, resolutions don't work, and I don't set those, and I don't believe in them, blah, 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 blah. But I am going to set an intention. And an intention seems like a softer, more doable word. But here's the thing. An intention is an aim or a plan. And that's it. And those often, like a resolution, come from our brain. It's up here, we're thinking, these are things that I should or shouldn't do. These are goals that I'm setting and how I'm going to go about achieving them. The problem with both resolutions and intentions is that even if you achieve them, you can end up feeling really flat or sort of like, now what? A Sankalpa is different because it's an intention formed in your heart. And your heart is the driving force of your soul. So when you make an intention from your heart, it's from your soul, and you start to live a soul-centered life that feels really great because the whole focus of it was a feeling in the first place. And if you don't know, just really quick, we have scientific evidence that you do have a heart brain and a head brain. And your heart brain processes more feelings and emotions than your head brain does. So the reason that Sankalpas are more effective is because they're focused on the feeling. And the thing is why resolutions and regular intentions often fall short is because you don't know how you're going to feel when you get there. And we as humans tend to only be able to accomplish things when we know how they feel. So what we're going to do today is get into the heart center and into feeling and set an intention from this place that can guide you into 2018 in a way that is completely transformative from probably anything you've ever done before. And so I know the paper that I'm going to be writing on here today, all the words are going to show up backwards or mirrored to you because of the camera I'm using. And I decided to keep it that way on purpose because I'm going to be sort of demonstrating for you the process of a Sankalpa by using my own words. And I want that to be a guideline for you, but definitely not for you to be copying exactly word for what I'm writing, because we want this to be genuine and authentic to you. So grab a pen and paper if you haven't already. And don't even worry about this word Sankalpa up there. I was actually just using it to post a picture earlier and didn't want to waste this giant sheet of chart paper that I have off of one word. So I'm just going to kind of like scratch that out for right now. Bye-bye. Okay, and please take a moment to set your pen off to the side, or your pencil or your crayon or your marker or whatever you're using. And you're going to place one or both hands on your heart. Close your eyes and ever so slightly bow your chin in towards your chest. Begin to breathe a little bit slower and softly through your nose. And as you slow down and soften your breath, allow your internal gaze to drop down and reside within your heart, allowing the gentle pressure of your hands to help you hold your attention there. As you softly breathe, You can imagine your heart center is like a lotus flower that gently opens and blossoms with each inhale and gently closes with each exhale. Or you might imagine a kind, glowing ball of light in your heart that might be light or soft pink, light or soft green, gold, white, or any other color. So when you're visualizing your internal energy, you can't get those visualizations wrong. So just trust what comes up. And for a moment, simply breathe into your heart. And as you breathe into your heart, gently ask yourself this question. How do I want to feel in 2018? And you may have had an immediate answer, or you may have drawn a blank. That's okay. Just take a pause. If you got the immediate answer, hold it for just another moment. If you didn't get an immediate answer, take another gentle breath and ask again, how do I want to feel in 2018? And from there, softly open your eyes and lift your gaze. And if you still don't have an answer to that question, hang out and watch the rest of the video, and it might inspire you to then be able to go back and complete the rest of the activity. And I would just like to kind of warn you, if the word that comes up is happy, I would be careful with that because it's sort of watered down and overused and vague. So if you came up with happy, you might go back in and ask yourself, well, what does happy feel like? And I'm going to use one of my own personal examples. I do this work for myself just after Thanksgiving of each year. And so this is an example of something that I came up with this year, and it was engaged. And I don't mean like, here comes the bride engaged, because I am happily married and have been happily married for 15, 16, I don't know, a lot of years now. So the word, when I say engaged, what I mean is involved, full attention, full passion, full presence with whatever I'm doing. And it could be all kinds of different things. So the first thing you're going to do is write the word of how you want to feel in 2018. And if it's more than one word, write a couple of words down. So for me, I'm writing the word engaged. And then draw a circle around your word. I love that it's backwards for you guys, again, so you don't copy exactly what I'm writing, but use it as an example. So I have the word engaged. You have whatever word you want to feel: peaceful, successful, content, light, free. Those are just a couple quick examples if you got stuck and didn't get one. Then ask yourself, what am I already doing that makes me feel this way? So what am I already doing that makes me feel engaged? I'm going to say a couple of examples, and then I want you to go ahead and write your own as I finish mine up. First of all, Mondays on the mat, what we're doing right now, I'm totally engaged. I feel like I'm having an intimate conversation with you, even though we're not in the same room. So I could write that, and I usually abbreviate it for myself, MOM, but like MOM. Totally feel engaged when I'm doing that. I totally feel engaged when I'm doing energy reading and oracle card readings for people. So I would write that down. And it doesn't have to be neat. If you were to see this a little bit closer up, it's totally messy. Another way that I feel totally engaged is when I'm paying attention to my surroundings when I'm walking my dog. So not just like totally zoned out in my head, but actually looking around. There's been these beautiful bald eagles lately at the lake where we walk, and all kinds of other awesome things. So it's about being aware of my surroundings. I'm going to write a couple more of my own things down, and take that back. I'm going to leave those. I could write several more of things. These are things I'm already doing that make me feel engaged. As you continue to write yours down, and you might need to press pause and do that and then come back to the next step, because the next step is things that I can be doing that I'm not doing yet that will help me feel engaged, or whatever your word is. And for me, one of the hugest ones that I struggle with and I'm really making an effort to is no mindless scrolling. You know what I'm talking about. You get on Instagram or Facebook and you're just scrolling through the pictures and you're not even really reading, or you're kind of reading and you're half-heartedly not even where are you in your brain? You're I don't even know. So that's a huge one for me, is no mindless scrolling. Which doesn't mean not using those tools at all, but if I want to feel engaged, then I need to actually like the things when I think, oh, I like that picture, instead of just passing it by, or make the comment that I thought in my mind, actually put it there, and be involved and engaged in the conversation that I'm having on social media with people, rather than just whatever. Okay, so got the feeling word. Things you and I are already doing that help us feel that way. Things that we can start or stop doing that we know would help us feel the way that we want to be feeling. We're just not doing that yet. And so take a moment and fill out the rest of these words. I'm not going to talk to you for about 10 seconds while I write a couple more of mine down. Okay, so what I wrote: intimate conversations, using my senses, hands-on healing. So once you have your feeling word and the things that you are doing, or the things that you could be doing that would help you feel this way, you kind of want to chew on them and see what's the thing that ties them all together, what makes them all go. And when I look at all of my things, I've got Mondays on the mat. It feels like an intimate conversation. Oracle card reading.